Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 790, the category State Name Origins. This is a 21-question trivia quiz about the origins of U.S. state names. There are 50 states. We're only doing 21. I think a couple of them have multiple states in there, so be ready for that. Question 21's at the very end. Good luck. Question 1. What U.S. state was named after a literary fictional paradise, first mentioned in the early 1500s by Spanish author Garcia Ordóñez de Montalvo in his novel Les Sargas de Esplandian, that abounds with gold and precious stones? The answer is California. Question number 2. Originally intended to be a North American colony where the worthy poor could get back on their feet and become productive citizens, which U.S. state was named after the King of Great Britain who granted the charter to establish it? It was named after King George. The answer is Georgia. Question 3. Although we claimed it was from an Indian word meaning gem of the mountains, it is now believed that George M. Willing either misunderstood or completely fabricated the name and it didn't mean anything. What is the name of this U.S. state? The answer is Idaho. Question number 4. Which U.S. state's name means Indian land or land of the Indians, and was given that because of the number of Indian tribes that lived there when the white settlers arrived? Most of these are pretty tough, but if there was an easy one, it would be Indiana. Question number 5. One group of historians say that which state name comes from the Basque language meaning the good oak, while another group says that the name comes from the Spanish for having a little spring. Both of those definitions are listed on their website. The answer is Arizona. Question number 6. Named after a local river, which in turn was named after the Kaw, or another local Indian tribe who lived along the riverbanks, what Midwestern state name origin seems to be connected with the idea of wind? The other local Indian tribe was the Kansas Indians. The answer is Kansas. Question number 7. Which East Coast state was originally an English colony that was named for the Queen and wife of King Charles I, who granted the charter to establish it? The answer is Maryland. Question number 8. What state takes its name from one of the Great Lakes, whose name is a French derivative of the Ojibwa Indian word which translates to big lake, large lake, or large water? From the word Michikama, the answer is Michigan. Question number 9. Another name that was derived from the French interpretation of the Ojibwa language, this time for Big River. What U.S. state's name comes from the big river that runs through it? From the word Mississippi, the answer is Mississippi. Question number 10. Derived from the native language of the area's indigenous people, what U.S. state's name comes from the Aleutian phrase meaning the object towards which the action of the sea is directed? The answer is Alaska. Question number 11. What East Coast U.S. state was named for the largest of the British Channel Islands by its founders Sir John Berkeley and Sir George Carteret, the latter of which was born on the island and served as its lieutenant governor for several years? The largest of the British Channel Islands is Jersey. The state is New Jersey. Question number 12. One of the U.S. states that was formerly a property of a different country was named after that former owner. The original meaning of that country's name was believed to have come from the Aztec people who founded it. What is the name of that U.S. state? Named after Old Mexico, the answer is New Mexico. Question number 13. Derived from the French words meaning green and mountain, Samuel Peters claimed that he christened the land with what name in 1763 while standing on top of a mountain, saying that her mountains and hills shall ever be green and shall never die? That state is Vermont. Question 14. What U.S. state got its name from a nickname of Queen Elizabeth I of England, the unmarried Queen of England who granted Walter Raleigh the charter to form a colony north of Spanish Florida? Her nickname was the Virgin Queen. The state was Virginia. Question 15. When French explorers first visited which state, they were accompanied by Indian guides who referred to the native people of the area as Wind People, or People of the South Wind, and the French adopted the name and added an S to the end for pluralization. That state is Arkansas. Question number 16. Which U.S. state was named after an Indian tribe whose name translates to near the Great Hill, referring to the Blue Hills southwest of a major city in that state? The Blue Hills are in Massachusetts. Question 17. What northwestern U.S. state was given its name in honor of the first President of the United States of America and is often referred to as the state of, in order to distinguish it from the District of Columbia. The answer is the state of Washington. Question 18. King Charles II of England granted a charter to start a colony in what two modern-day U.S. states, and named the land after the Latin form of his father's name, Charles I? The Latin form of Charles is Carolus. Those states were North and South Carolina. Question 19. Both the state and the river are named after the Southern Sioux tribe that lived along the river. What state's name comes from an Illinois language reference to the tribe, which has been translated as those who have dugout canoes or wooden canoe people? The name of the river and the state is Missouri. Question 20. Nobody is sure which origin story is the most accurate. What U.S. state's name comes from either the Polynesian language, meaning place of the gods, or from the name of the legendary explorer who discovered it? The answer is Hawaii. And it was either named after Hawaiki or Hawaii Loa. Either way, Polynesian language should have given it away. The answer to 20 is Hawaii. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow. We'll be doing a Brainy Tuesday. I think the only difference this week is on Wednesday, instead of doing Who Am I, we will be doing basically a Who Am I Famous Baby edition. That'll be famous babies throughout history, in movies, in the real world, on TV, in books, in mythology, etc., etc. So it's like a Who Am I, but it's all about babies or infants at the oldest. I think that's it. Nothing else to report. We'll move right along into the question 21 tiebreaker for today's trivia from State Name Origins. Which U.S. state and its largest city were named for James Stewart, who was a duke at the time, but eventually became King James II of England? When the state and the city were named for him, he was the Duke of York. The answer is New York. Alright, thank you for watching. Check back tomorrow for another new trivia quiz. Have a great day. It's Monday, so have a great week. See you tomorrow.